this out. I hope everything is fine. Just want to see this come up on YouTube. There we go. It's up with the last 13 seconds. So let me share out now on what we call Twitter. We will tweet. We'll be all at Twitter. Copy. Put it in our Discord. Under Cross Topics After Dark. And I think we might go to Perler and put it in too. So give me a few seconds to do that. Okay, so we have that done. I'm gonna just do some digital coloring here for a while. I want to try and get this, all the quote unquote flats, I guess, done for this panel today. So background trees. Let's zoom in here a bit. And get on lasso fill. So how is everybody tonight? Hope you are all doing fine. I'm doing good. I had a good night. Went to my church. Seen a little film called The Chosen. Actually, it's a series called The Chosen. They're doing it season by season. It starts sort of the life of Christ, but it starts just before he starts his ministry. Although I think there are, if I remember right in the series, there is stuff for flashbacks before he starts the ministry, and you see different people. Like Mary of Magdala, before, they're mentioned in scripture. So it's, some people's idea of what those characters for those people were like themselves. Obviously, we can't know 100%. And even what Jesus was like in personality. A little bit. So that, I think we have metal here. Yeah. Hello, Metal. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you drawing something there? Metal? Did you freeze?
Oh, no, sorry. It was, I had the stream unmuted in the background, so I was hearing an echo. Yes, I am drawing something today.
Okay.
Drawing character art.
Cool. Okay, so we'll let people see you.
Yeah, I'm drawing a character from a chronicling of a planet called Mira.
Cool. So everybody can see that as well as my stuff that I'm doing here.
So I should go share this out.
Which, of course, is... I just guess it's flats or whatever you want to call it. To me, that what I'm doing here isn't flats, putting the colors in, but what's supposed to be, and then I'll do everything over top. The lighting and all that, shading. But
yeah, that's what I do. Like, I don't do flats in the way that most people do, where I'm just like differentiating objects. Where like a color could just be any random color, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I put in the actual base color, and then I use layers to add tones and stuff on top of it.
Yeah. Because I figure why add a whole bunch of other colors that I'm not going to use? At least that's my thinking, anyways. Might as well start it off. Now, I was with Todd. Todd gave me, as you know, a thing the other night with a couple people to watch for coloring. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do this. He seemed to do the same thing, but he put all these colors on the same layer, where I put them all on their own layer, so I can access them easier. But then he showed a way of doing something. I forget what exactly in one of his videos, which seemed neat. I'd have to relook at it. I'm gonna probably watch them a lot more. I like this. I like one of the two guys that he sent me. The one that he sent me was an hour long. The other guy has short little videos, 15, maybe 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
I like that. I know that's probably not the best way to learn, but one little technique in 20 minutes or so, So you get the basics of that technique, and then you can go and practice that technique to blue in the face and hopefully become real good at it.
Yeah.
Not that I've practiced it yet. It's gonna be like watching. What's the name that I watched when I was younger a lot? How to Draw the Marvel Way.
I was gonna send you some
the manga
book.
Yeah,
but I completely forgot.
Yeah, no problem.
So what I'm gonna do this time is I'm going to set myself an alarm to remind me to go get
it. That way I can look at that. I've seen those manga books, well, maybe not that particular one that you're sending me, but I have seen them in stores and stuff. Wanted to get them in the past. And how is Eagle out there tonight? Eagle is listening in here. Let's see, pavement. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to become well, no, I don't have to.
I'm gonna set this alarm for 1. Probably a good time to remind me.
Yeah, probably shortly after we're done, right?
Well, no, that'll give me 2 hours after we're done. Because it's 1 my time, right? And we end at 11 my time.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Hey, Marsupio, how are you today? You're in the group, so if you want to jump on, feel free. Choose. I think he's in the group, right? Hey, Kat, how are you? I don't know the last time the chat turned on. They, of course, as you know, were teasing. My chat is incessant to be trolls.
Okay, there we go. In about 3 hours, it'll remind me to get that for you.
Okay. How is Kat tonight? Are you feeling catty?
Rick, this is how you drive people away from your streams.
She laughed out loud and said hi. Let's just hope the cat doesn't have her tongue. She said she's always catty. But if she is cat, wouldn't that mean the cat does have her tongue? Because she has her own tongue, right? Marsupial says that's it. Unlike unsolved reporting for bad ones. So now we need to see. That's truck. Make this a C as well.
Ding dong.
There's Marsupial. Hey, Marsupial, how are you?
Still seem to have a hoarse voice.
Turning into a horse.
I guess so.
You have to rebrand yourself.
Marsupial horse? Pardon
I
it?
haven't used this meat before since you started using it, Rick.
Yeah. It's not too bad. You probably heard the story of how I got it, right? Or no?
I don't think so. Because you used Hangouts a few nights ago.
It's not a very interesting story.
Oh. Metal recommended it, right?
No.
No.
You got it by accident.
Oh.
Yeah. On Chrome, it won't let me share my screen with Hangouts. Not that that really matters with OBS, but at the time it did. When I was using, OBS, I wasn't using OBS consistently. But when I use Me, I went into Chrome, got the Hangout stuff, the link for it, right? Opened up Firefox, and put it in, like, cut paste type thing. And it brought me to Meet instead of Hangouts. And I'm like, what the? And then I started using it. So obviously, I would say it's Google's new, instead of Hangout, Meet,
Yeah. Looks decent. Do you have full control over it? Because I know with like Hangouts, it's kind of
well, only I can
wouldn't say
take,
full, but he's got a lot of control, yeah.
I don't think I can just anybody's audio and that. I can kick people. Only I can kick people. And they can come back in, but again, I have to admit them, like I did you.
Right.
But if you left on your own, you can just come back in without being admitted.
Oh, that's cool. That's the thing about Hangouts is that like nobody is sort of the owner, right? So nobody can kick anybody. I think.
No, Hangouts. Yeah, everybody used to be able to kick that. Kat says she'll never abandon Hangouts.
Until it goes away for good.
Well, the Hangouts on air thing is perfect. Such a shame they got rid of it.
Yeah. My conspiracy theory is that it was just taking up too much bandwidth with everybody streaming and using their service, that they just got rid of it. Everybody can host their own streams from their own devices instead of letting YouTube servers run all that.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, because when you're using Live on Air, their server computers are the ones that's technically hosting the stream, similar to StreamYard.
Yeah.
And StreamYard, they're dedicated to just doing that, while you're using YouTube's servers. So that's kind of an unnecessary load for them.
Right.
And they probably didn't expect it to become as big of a craze as it did.
Yeah. Well, this seems to work.
Yeah.
Better. Although Kat doesn't like it.
She hasn't even been on it yet, as far as I know.
Well, come on in, Kat.
Why are you trying to get Kat onto a stream?
I'm always trying to get Kat onto a stream. Isn't everybody?
I don't know, maybe.
You can see those sexy fingers.
The only person I'm trying to get onto a stream is the person who's supposed to be on the podcast with me.
Is that Marsupio Gamer? Did he abandon you last night?
He said he wanted to. My problem was more with the guy who long term said he was supposed to be on it and has been ditching it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to ditch it on Wednesday. I was working and then I took a nap and I just forgot.
I know, I'm just teasing, of course. Hey, it's not my stream. It's not my stream if somebody's not trolling you.
Well, no, I was supposed to be on Metal Stream on Wednesday, but I just forgot. So sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
I'll put it in my calendar because you shouldn't have to remind me every time. So.
Well, that's also what I thought about with the other co-host, right? Is like I shouldn't have to remind him every single time we were going, and then a lot of times he just wouldn't show up anyway because he's like, "I've got something to do with my family." It's like, well, don't they know what your schedule is? It's literally the only thing you do right now.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put it on my Outlook calendar right here. I can figure it out. Let's see. Appointments.
Saturday. Whatever time it is, your time. For it.
Well, if it's 6 for me, that would be 4 for him right now until daylight savings hits. Because I believe you jump time zones for daylight savings instead of honoring it, right?
I stay the same. Everyone else changes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know how the whole system is.
So 4 o'clock by time, is it the same on Wednesdays and Saturdays?
Yeah, it's the same day. No, same time both days.
4 p.m.
Well, it says gross to something.
Gross? Is it gross the fact that they don't honor daylight savings? Because I actually like that they don't honor daylight savings. I wish the rest of us wouldn't either. Daylight savings is retarded.
And John's in the chat saying, well, what happened? Nothing as far as I know.
He's sick and tired of this low quality chat.
Oh my god.
I'd say you could come on and, well, you can come on and spice it up. You what? I'm not sure how. Okay, so let's see. Do we have everything? The cat says, oh, same thing as I did, but different words. Then entertain us, John. And Dylan says, I'm here to be entertained, not to entertain you, petty fools. Okay, maybe he didn't say petty fools.
He probably thought it, though.
He says, don't harass or abuse me, cat.
Harasser abused John. You mean the serial harasser?
Okay, so I think for the windows for this one, I'm just going to block them out. Can't see nothing inside. This chat is trash and dumb to smoke. Yeah, I wouldn't want to smoke this chat. I don't know how you'd smoke it, the chat, but I still wouldn't want to.
Well, I mean, if you try hard enough, you could probably smoke anything.
Rick and Metal never draw. Rick, Metal never draws on stream. He's drawing on stream right now.
Yeah, I'm actually literally drawing on stream right now.
Highlight him so we can all judge him. Okay.
Oh, okay, if you want. Just drawn one of the characters from my high fantasy story.
Oh, no. And then I need to pin him over here on. Bullet, why did you have to tag me with that comment? Is Metal
left-handed? I don't know. Am I? No, I'm kidding. I can draw with both. Not with this setup though, because my camera's on the wrong side. I usually use my left hand out of habit though.
Set myself a reminder.
I actually just had to set myself a reminder too. I told Rick I was going to get him something and I forgot to, so I sent him an alarm.
Dylan says, Rick, your neck beard is out of control. Have some self-respect or buy a fedora. Stop riding the fence. Well, I've got a few fedoras around here. I just don't wear them. Well, I do sometimes. Seems like John is in full troll mode tonight.
Did you answer that question? Are you left-handed now?
Out of habit, yes. I'm technically ambidextrous.
Cat says, if you stopped simping, you wouldn't get tagged. So I thought you wanted to judge metal, John.
Oh, he's silently judging me. That's not going to be a sleeveless trench coat. Why do I hear myself?
Dylan says, metal, that isn't how a sleeveless trench looks.
Yeah.
Are you trying to draw a sleeveless trench?
No, I just said I'm not drawing a sleeveless trench. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do the sleeves, though.
Rick, please go metal on the proper presentation of a collarless trench. The world of sleeveless is a wonder.
Am I getting that cook in?
No?
Yeah, you need to turn down your...
Oh, I know what my problem is.
You don't have your headphones in again, right?
Yeah. No one was here, so I didn't put them on.
And it's a shirt that wasn't always sleeveless either. It's I have to remember to put in the tears.
There we go. Is that better now, Marsupio?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't hear myself anymore. The world of sleeves is one of wonder.
Hey! Oh, Bullet just said, Libersary is a gift. Why is that beater so low on the chest? Asks John. Is he going to club after?
Is he going to club after? Or he's probably going to club people with his frickin' arms. I don't know.
Well, there's words John doesn't like to hear. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to think and draw at the same time. So this character, his name is Anon Keishura, and he lives on a different planet, so the fashion's a lot different there. It's a kind of like a high fantasy, probably towards more of the Final Fantasy type of world, and he is a soldier who doesn't really like listening to a authority. So this was like originally like a long sleeve military outfit, and he kind of just like tore everything apart.
Dylan says this drawing doesn't make any sense.
My voice is hurting your ears.
Y'all ready for this? Says Bullet.
Oh, my volume is hurting your ears. Why am I so loud?
And Dillard says to tell me. He says, saying on a tell me how to say it. Live
I can lower myself by like 10 decibels if that'll help. I don't know why I'm so loud.
Liberace.
Liberace. I think he's calling it gay. That's what he's doing. But I think John also doesn't like high fantasy stories, from last I was told.
Sorry, I'm arguing with idiots on Twitter.
Oh, so the usual.
The usual, yeah. When I'm quiet for a while, I'm probably arguing with idiots on Twitter.
Yeah, that's no problem. I guess. That's
it could be a problem if it starts to interfere with his life.
Oh, it does, definitely. You know, my Twitter account got locked out for like 2 hours this week. It was really weird. Because it wasn't like a strike or anything wrong. It was just like some kind of weird security thing.
Oh,
It kept asking me to, it kept asking me to like enter a security code, but I couldn't get it to actually send me the code.
oh, lovely.
So I don't know. I was like, oh great, I'm locked out forever. But then I checked it 2 or 3 hours later, and it's fine. So this has been a fluke. Not that I care. I would have been like, oh well. I guess that's going to be it would be a time saver, I think, if I got off Twitter altogether.
Probably.
John says, I love high fantasy stories. I just don't think people have the chops to create their own high fantasy world. Everyone thinks they are JRR on the internet.
What is
Well, I have no illusions that I am not Tolkien.
John says he doesn't spaz.
Marsupial's mad at somebody.
Oh, am I typing loudly?
Yeah,
I'll type
fairly
loudly.
loudly.
This damn keyboard is loud.
Yeah. Did you head for the canyon, John? No, says Dillard. Very underwhelming is here. It says, puts in some sales or something like that. Which I believe is Evan, so. We actually had to go visit the girl who Dad died threw a massive wrench in my plans. Hey, Mallet. Mallet's here. Their cricket says very underwhelming. Oh, what he put in the chat. Why do you think everyone is Evan? I don't think everyone is Evan. Dillard Jaws, I do not think is Evan. Mallet CMC Works, I don't think is Evan. Raggedy Man, I don't think is Evan.
But when somebody hops into chat with a blank profile picture and a name that has to do with the things that recently were said in chat, it's probably Evan.
Hey, Travis. Travis Nussel, I don't believe is Evan.
No, it's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Travis. I'd say, should we sing you happy birthday, but I know it's supposed to be in public domain again, but, you know, I don't want to take the chance.
Raggedy Man says he's Evan.
Bullet's starting a weed-based genre of high fantasy.
Like, what am I thinking? I lost my train of thought.
Kat says she's gonna make an account called The Real Evan.
I think we should all make our own Evan accounts.
Yeah.
Rick Evans.
Like, will this high fantasy just have like a lot of dandelions? Is that the kind of weed he's talking about?
No, he's talking about the ganja.
Like crabgrass? I don't get it.
And Travis says, thank you for both of those statements and decisions. You're welcome.
For real.
Bullet just assumes he's on the spectrum, so he lets it slide. It's probably fine.
I swear, I'm gonna do my own Scribbattle if John doesn't start it up again soon.
With blackjack and hookers?
Yes. And drawings and bullet. Every episode has at least one bullet.
Travis says, Kat will get a blue check mark on the Twitter account for Evan before Evan does.
She'll trick Twitter into thinking her Evan account is the real one.
Well, she needs to put the TM at the end of the name. So it's the real Evan TM. Trademarked. Then what's Evan gonna do? Man, I haven't drawn some of these characters in years. I forgot how baggy some of their pants are.
Very underwhelming. Put some more crickets in the chat. I guess we're not talking enough for him.
Probably not. Well, I'm actually drawing for once, and I'm trying to like remember things, so I'm probably not going to talk a lot at all.
Did Marsupial get more interesting like he said he would?
No, I was lying.
Sometimes you have to ignore the chat when they're trying to troll you. Cat laughs out loud, probably at Bullet's comment.
Yeah, and I don't even know if high fantasy is actually the right name for this genre. Ultra high fantasy, maybe? There's definitely some sci-fi in it. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of closer to whatever the heck the genre of Final Fantasy is.
Bullet says, I'm not trolling, that is an actual question. And Dylan says, Rick, what activities should I do for camp in the backyard? Well, campfire for sure. S'mores, hot dogs, says Bullet. Maybe some ghost stories. And, well, the question is, what are the ages of the people at the campfire? Or for the camp in the backyard? Is it you and your wife, your wife and your little daughter?
Rick, why are you so invested in this person's personal life?
Hey, he asked the question. Gotta have the right information to give the right possible right advice.
Getting kind of fishy for me.
Rick, stop trying to set up adults. How many people here? 3 on the panel and 10 in chat, it says. Masarpo is arguing with tweens about Imagine Fairies. Alone. Leave them alone. Good idea. Bullet. I thought this was a Christian channel. Hey, I never said anything about adult scenarios. You were the ones going there. You know, because although I did suggest scary stories might not do too much for, you know, like his 1-year-old daughter, or 1.5-year-old daughter.
Oh, but adult scenarios would? That's sick, Rick.
No, not. You know, I'm not sure what else, but adult scenario, definitely no. Dylan says, I miss poor broke Marsupial hanging thin string of hope. It's underwhelming still here, asked Cat. Broke Marsupial is much funnier. Bullet says, Rick, we all know you had your I did not.
How was that funnier? Because I was sleeping in my car? Is that amusing?
Is he a clown to you?
That's right. Am I here to amuse you? Speaking of which, oh wait, what day is today?
Friday? The 25th.
I gotta see if that application is still on sale on Steam. I was
The Pixel Game Maker.
Yeah.
Mount says, John, I'm very busy. Dylan says, the campout is me, the wife, the kid, my 2 nieces, and a nephew. Yeah, so did Rick finish inking the page? Well, I think I came close. I'm not probably completely done, but I can show it off. Here, I need to switch this to
Well, it says it's not.
me.
Visual Novel Maker's on sale now. 70% off.
Hey, Dark and Link.
Hey, what's he talking about? Yes, it is. Pixel Game Maker's on sale. Maybe he's talking about something else.
Maybe he's just trying to troll you.
Maybe. Mallet thinks I'm dying.
Yeah, so
Probably
yeah. Hot dogs on sticks, campfire, all that. Ghost stories. Or campfire stories, whatever.
Campfires on sticks.
Yeah. Inkwell says, good evening, everyone. I just received my copy of the Canadian Shield. Awesome. Well, if you take a picture of what you got and put it on Twitter, I will... Well, no, you're not on Twitter. If you send me a picture of it, I will show it off.
Cool.
Very underwhelming. Says Pixel Game Maker is also very underwhelming. So, yeah, there's...
Very underwhelming is very underwhelming.
Indeed.
So I just need to put the structures in the background for this one. I will post it up as well. Okay. I wasn't sure whether you had anywhere to post it, so... Or just let me know where you post it, and I will... Like, you need to black out the doorway and erase... And use the eraser to flesh out the rim of the parka. I thought I did black out the doorway right there.
That doesn't look black.
Well, it's... I'll probably lightened it a bit. Is it this one?
I mean, I guess it wouldn't have to be hard black if you wanted to have like a light coming from the inside, but I think with you it'd be safer just to leave it like hard black, just jet black.
Oh, you mean there? Yeah, I didn't cut in. I guess that's maybe what he's talking about. I can obviously cut in there. I gotta cut in a few spots here along the trim of the parka. I didn't see it at first. No, John, I did not see it at first. But I obviously see it now. Rick, how do you do a comic green screen?
Green screen?
I don't know.
Wait, what's the question?
How do
Make
you
a comic
make-
book look green screened. I don't know what he means by that.
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
She's just on a soundstage. Oh, I think he's right. How do you make the comic book appear as if like the person's been green screened into it?
a chroma key joke. Let me see here. What are we looking at anyway?
This is from Snowdrift, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Pencil, some whatchamacallits that he did, some thumbnails, and he's seeing whether how well I can ink it.
Well, it has to be better than your attempt to pencil directly off of his thumbnails.
And this is what he only did 2 panels, but this is. I'll take away everything that I've done.
Well, guys, I gotta go get something to eat. I'm starving. So
Okay.
I held on as long as I could. But
Okay, man, I'll catch you later.
Okay. So
all right,
there-
catch you later.
I should see you tomorrow at least.
Yeah, that's on my calendar. I'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Okay, so there is John's pencils, and then there. Here's what I've done so far. So, I'm not sure what people think of that, or John. Why does Metal have a date with Marsupial? Temperament.
Oh, no, I guess, if you want to say the podcast is a date, he's the co-host now. And he needs to set his reminder because apparently he passed out and forgot that Wednesday he was supposed to be on the vomitorium.
It says not so much a date as paying the rent.
It's like, no, Billy! He was the best part of the show. Well, you know, he's still welcome to be on the show, he just doesn't show up. And that's the problem.
Okay, why don't you just Dylan says, why don't you just try and darken the pencils, then color it? They like
Do you know how to
color
darken the pencils?
probably can figure that out. Obviously, well, I don't need to select.
Yes, Marsupial definitely replaced Evan.
Tonal correction, right? And brightness contrast, I believe.
I don't know what it's labeled in Clip Studio Paint. That sounds about right, but normally I adjust the levels or the curves in Photoshop. I don't know what it's labeled under. It's probably still levels or curves somewhere.
Okay, so Mel says, "Well, that looks really real good." I think he's probably talking about John's pencils.
I'm assuming he's talking about John's pencils.
convert to drawing color. Colonize. Use. You're brave, very brave, merciful, says.
Says an account that's definitely not Evan, but isn't the account named definitely not Evan?
Transform. Advance fill. Level correction.
Level correction will probably do it.
Definitely the wrong way. There. That seemed to darken it. Let's see. This. And my two-sided machine turned out well. Machine matching. Matching.
Kaz says she doesn't have time to mourn Billy. Gotta mourn Evan first. He was the Evanliness. Apparently, Evan was also the Leslie-ness as well.
The pencils are already black. That's too dark. Just color.
I think whatever you do is just going to upset John.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to save. Do not save. We're going to redo this. Recent. I didn't save it before I did. I did some stuff on the envelope.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, it's just some of my inking that I didn't do, and John's now suggesting that I just. Use his stuff and color it that way. Yes, metal is drawing.
It might be. I can't make any promises.
So let's see. Call this 1. Instance of Okay, so what color are we gonna have her? Say maybe some foreshadowing with color. I'm trying to figure out a way to help Rick without doing it for him. He can't afford me, and I don't have time to do a full book on the other hand than the Buckler. Yeah. And I appreciate that, John. I do appreciate it.
What if he had to figure it out? Bullet says he thinks my art is getting better. I would thank you if I didn't know it was mostly for the fact of my own laziness.
But it's a bit blurry. He says here.
That part is mostly just Uren's fault. Because when I go into what's it called? Meet, my little camera's clear. But then the thing that shows up on yours is blurry. So that's a connection thing.
Gilbert says 23 pages is $1,200 for pencils, $2,100 for pencils and inks, $3,600 for pencils, inks, and colors. Metals, Gilbert says Metals art looks the same. Step it up, Metal.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm Evan, says. And Gilbert says finally Evan is here.
Oh, that one's based off of my username. Nice.
Those are just my prices. Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about them, John. I just read them. You're worth those prices. But you are right. I can't afford those prices.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at that. John is definitely worth those prices. Actually, he might be underselling himself. Well, it's because his name's not known. But based on talent, if he had more notoriety, he could probably afford to charge a bit more.
And he doesn't say, I don't know nor care what others charge. Mallet says if it was like $500, I'd pay for it for Xylem. Bullet says he's cheaper than I am, laugh out loud. Raggedy, so for 60 pages, slightly over 6K.
That's because Dillard's not stupid when it comes to business. Like, he knows talent-wise he's worth quite a bit, but your name sells more than anything, so you have to find a happy medium so people actually want to hire you.
Yeah. And he's also fairly quick to doing stuff too like that. Mallet says, Rick, I have an idea. And what is your idea? Mallet says, so a kidney, so God, Chuck, your book and Xylem. If I was selling a kidney, I'd probably get them to do 2 of my books. Mallet, no offense. Or whatever number of pages I could get for whatever I got from my kidney.
Just wrap it up into one graphic novel to make it worth it. They sell better.
Well, I was trying. I might grab color from her suit. I was trying to do some foreshadowing to her. Thing, and Parker's are usually dark colors too, if I remember right, or paisley colors.
Ooh. Well, it is right. You're in Canada, so you won't have to pay for the post-kidney care.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be character art, so I'm going to end up inking that digitally. I got to go scan this. I'll be back.
Until it says, Rick, sell that kidney, and with the $30, I'll let her one page. Oh, he's like, you don't think I wouldn't get that much for my kidney? Unless you're not serious about the comic book empire thing. I'm not literally going to sell a kidney. I'm just saying, if I were to, it would be going to fund all cross-comic stuff. And he's not sure what fingers go for. If you lose one at work, I think it's 10,000. Rick, I have another idea, says Mallet. Open. Get a job in a manufacturing capacity. Yeah, if they'll hire me. Then get a few fingers severed. No, thank you. I like my fingers attached. I imagine those fingers go for quite a bit, seeing as how you have to go through life as a freak with women and children, vomiting at the sight of your hideous disfigurement. Okay, so let's try this colorless. Selection from there. Rick, tell us about the time you worked in a restaurant. For about 3 weeks? Well, technically...
Okay, I'm back.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I worked in a restaurant. I did work in a restaurant for about 3 weeks. I also worked at my dad's chip wagon in a campground. I'm not sure what there is to tell about when I worked there.
Amada Evan wants to know, how do we know that the metal is actually back?
Chip wagon, you know, a fry wagon. They sell burgers, fries, some other stuff. It was in a campground that was just opened on long weekends. And basically the crowd that was in there were... Oh, they drank and partied. It was just for that crowd. In the Sabo Beach area. Three weeks ain't nothing to sneeze at.
He says, honestly, is your heart back as well? No. But to be fair, it was never here in the first place.
Cat Sound says, sounds like bullets crowd. Yeah, so a lot of partiers, they were smoking weed, drinking, all that sort of stuff. Hello? Hello? Yeah, hold on. But I bet that week. Actually, I got, I think, 2 different checks. Felt sort of good. Didn't like the way that I got let go, if you will.
Oh, you were let go.
Yeah. Because I wasn't fast enough.
Okay.
It was at a buffet type place, so, you know. But, and then they actually did call me back a few months later when the other guy didn't work out, that they were taking on probation. I was only on probation, you know. And I had just bought a bus pass, you know, because they didn't tell me they were going to, you know, bring somebody else in. You know, so I bought a bus pass because I was going to I had no clue that I was going to be let go, and they just didn't give me any hours for the next schedule. And they just wanted to bring in somebody that they thought would be better, and apparently that person didn't work out either. Well, I would have been out of work again anyways shortly after that because the place ended up having a flood and was closed down for months. So.
Yeah, but you didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't want to end up buying a bus pass again, spending over $100 for nothing, and then, suddenly let go. And
Bullet says he's never been fired, and I've never been fired either, so we've got that in common. Shoot, I quit the same job twice.
I must say, I did consider going back when they called, but it was just the fact that I didn't want to, spend out money that I couldn't afford to spend, and then, or let me go the same way, Inkwell says he's been fired on his day off. Laugh out loud.
No, that kind of blows.
And that was just near the starting of my doing this channel that happened.
One job I didn't get fired or quit from. The company just kind of ceased to exist.
Yeah. Until it says he got fired once, but I was so full of indignation, so it didn't affect me like it should have. And I had been interviewing other places for weeks. But later on that afternoon, after some reflecting, he felt bad. Oh, that's good for sure.
Oh, Eric, I finished with what I'm doing with that picture for now, so if you just want to highlight yourself, you're free to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not working. Rick, do you like insane clown pose? I have no idea what that is.
That last word is posse.
Posse. Okay.
They're a band. You probably wouldn't like them.
Now these things are usually white, or bullet, so he took his vacation during his 2 weeks. Laugh out loud. The funniest thing I've ever seen was a friend of mine at an old job set his vacation time, then just before he gave his 2 weeks notice, so he took his vacation during his 2 weeks. The Juggalos, says Inkwell.
The Juggalos are not the band itself, but the followers of Insane Clown Posse that paint their faces up like the Posse.
Okay.
It's a huge phenomenon. A lot of them are genuinely nice people, but kind of off-putting.
Hey, Eagle, how are you? As people can tell, I think Eagle is here. Yeah, so let's see. How are you tonight, Eagle? Sounds like the show is over. See y'all next week. The show is not over. Why would you think the show is over? Evan? My buddy Nacho lost his job. He just got hired for because they wouldn't let him start after his Lake Hasabu vacation.
That's in the middle of Arizona, right?
I have no idea. Although you probably not.
I don't know how to say that word. I'm assuming it's Havasu. But it's probably some Native American word, though, if it's in the middle of Arizona. Havasu? Okay, that makes sense. Of all languages, Native American words are the ones that throw me off the most.
Hey,
because there's so many different dialects that something can be spelt basically the same and said differently.
Inkwell says, "Hey Rick, where is this comic based off of? This one here? John did some pencils out of the sketch. Not the sketch. Thumbnails. This is Snowdrift number 1. This is like page 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, he's saying, where is it based out of?
This is the Canadian Arctic. This scene here. And then she's gonna end up living in Edmonton, Alberta.
Edmonton's on my list of places to visit.
Yeah, I'd like to go see. I'd like to see or go visit the West Edmonton Mall. At one time, I think it's the biggest mall in Canada. It might still be the biggest mall in the world.
Oh, I didn't know that. But mostly, like, the places in Canada I want to go visit are just all places where I know people who live there.
And I'm not sure whether it's still running, but there is actually a roller coaster inside the mall. And not
cool. I think the Mall of America has that too.
Not a small dinky one either. So. See whether I can find out whether it's still got that going for it. Largest mall in the world.
Dillard says that he was going to England before COVID, but now his sights are set on Edmonton. Will they even let him in right now? I thought they banned us from entering.
It's both ways, I think, at the moment. Unless,
yeah, even if you go through, it's like a 2-week testing period or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it says, yeah, I'd say it's the more cultured option.
No, right now I'm trying to find the shopping largest mall in the world, what it actually is. I think it might have. Currently, the largest mall is, I guess it's in China now. World's largest mall. The largest closest shopping mall from the largest enclosed shopping mall from 1986 to 2004. Okay, so it's no longer that thing. Was the West Edmonton Mall. So something.
Raggy says it's in China, Rick, and number 2 is in Dubai.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was from 1986 to 2004. So for like 18 years, it was the West Edmonton Mall.
I think if I had to visit between the first and the second right now, I'd much rather go to Dubai than China for a mall.
Yeah.
So I do want to visit China one day, just hopefully when it's not so crazy.
Currently, the largest is New South China Mall in Dungugan.
I'll have to see the spelling for that.
Dongguan. The second is in,
Angla?
here on Wikipedia, if you can believe it, it says Golden Resources Mall in Beijing is the second.
I believe that China would have most of them, honestly.
SMM Mega Mall in the Philippines is the third. Fourth is SMM City North EDSA in Quezon City. I think that's in the Philippines as well. And the fifth is Philippines. No, and the fifth is One Utama in Malaysia. So
Bullet, I don't really care about COVID cases. That's not why I don't want to go to China. I care about the crazy government that might want to have me dead if I just misstep slightly while in their country. Could have that problem in Dubai, but it's slightly less.
So yeah, I guess the West Edmonton Mall has been bumped down. It's probably the largest mall in Canada now. So, like I said, for a while we got knocked down. It happens, right?
Tehran. Now, Tehran's another city that I want to visit as well. But that's also assuming that Iran kind of gets itself together. Because Tehran's a really old city.
Marsupio said, my dad went to China several years ago with his sister. Found out later he meant Taiwan. So there's a sample of coloring that I would possibly do.
Okay, I looked up the Chinese for it, the actual letters, and it is Dangguan.
Okay.
Oh no, I wasn't reading Marsupial. I was looking at the mall list, and it said the number one was in Tehran. I would like to go to Taiwan too. What are they calling it now? Chinese Taipei? It's not as good of a name. I like Taiwan better. Oh yeah. Evan doesn't believe anything I said tonight because I haven't put "to be perfectly honest" or anything like that at the end of my sentences. Which is fine, because that's exactly what I want him to think. In fact, I don't even want him to trust the things I say when I put "honestly" afterwards.
Rick, do the other guests in that hotel die from fire? There are no other guests in this hotel. This is supposed to be an abandoned building that he's sleeping in.
Marsupial, so who is this I'm a de Evan person? Well, I'm assuming he is the Evan.
No, I didn't give up. There is some of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You're obviously, like you said, your rates I can't afford. I'm probably not going to be able to continue coloring other stuff along this line, so I'm not sure what I do. I do got. I've got to color the Canadian Shield pages too. So.
Oh, Raggedy Man has a good point. There's no other guest in the hotel. Why does it have power?
What do you mean? Why does it have power?
Why does the hotel have power if this abomination of man is the only thing that's there?
There's no power. That's light, possibly light coming from the outside. That's a fire from it getting struck by lightning. I probably wouldn't have all these windows light up from getting hit by lightning, but that's what I was thinking. As you see, it goes from dark, gets hit by lightning, flashes throughout the whole place. And later, Inkwell. Rick, you can't continue to do what you... What, Rick, why can't you continue to do what you're... Well, I can continue this page coloring it, I guess. I don't know what it's going to lead to, but...
Bullet seems to be dismayed that Evan will not return his podcast calls.
I can obviously use the thumbnails to get like this, or possibly have somebody else do them, or I do them. Didn't John do all that other work? Oh, what other work? We've done the thumbnails. That's about it at the moment. I'm the Evan says I'm not the real Evan.
But I am an Evan. Well, see, if you're not the Evan, why would your name be I'm an Evan?
Maybe it's Kat pretending to be Evan. She said she might do that.
Aren't we all pretending to be Evan?
No.
Well, you and Elric were the ones that threatened to be Evan first.
Yeah, but I was joking. I was just trying to bug him. Well, way to listen, John, there. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not trying to be mean to John or anything. I'm trying to do anything nasty, I didn't mean anything malicious by any comment I made.
When John kills himself in Minecraft, it will be because of this day.
Rick, the character got a rocket shot at their car in the Shadowrun book. Oh! Okay. Rick, Eagle is now reading Shadowrun books. I have done a good thing. I'll finally get my wings.
I didn't know Bullet was an angel. Or is he trying to become a pilot? Which wings are you trying to get?
My name is Evan, too, and I like to party. Says I'm named Evan. A different gray hairs. Actually, I'm probably gonna do a metal or something. Metal. Since snow is white, would it be better just to keep all this white and just do some sort of shading to it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how you color. Whether you do you select the color back again? Because even if you're gonna do that, I would probably pick something that's slightly off-white,
Yeah, well,
just to make it easier to select.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
And also, apparently, a lot of people hate pure white. I don't know. I like it, but I think it's because animators will say, well, you never use pure white because white doesn't show up in nature.
Time of day, I'm not completely sure. I know we've got some shadows going on here, so there's that, I got this one corner a little off white. It looks a little grayish. I'm not sure whether anybody can see. Also, don't make the snow yellow. Well, I know that. Unless a dog has been there. Well, it's now saying make it yellow. Can you tell if that's white or off-white? Right there.
Not really.
Or
No, on my screen, your picture's kind of blurry. So even if it's slightly off-white, it would probably look the same as white.
Don't eat it. Either says. Yeah, because I got the H at 34 and the V at 97. S is 0. So I know it's close to white. We got Evan Brotep in the chat now. Metal changed after he became a Brandon. Says Mallet. Okay, so
And the
coming
thing
in
is,
this,
I don't even know who this Brandon guy is because it was before I started hanging out here.
you could probably go back. He's not on.
I don't care to go back.
Yeah, somehow I didn't think so. Hey, I had to say it, right? Okay, later, Mallet. Have a good night. Good sleep, all that wonderful stuff. Rest in peace, Brendan, says Cat. But Brandon was. You're not even close to Brandon. Let's put it that way. A little unknowledgeable about the world. And, supposed to be a Christian. He didn't
Eagle
even
says, Rick, choose an Evan. 2 have entered and 1 must leave.
I think there's just Evan Brotep here. Do we got both here? Do we got more than one here?
Yeah, there's 2 Evans here. Don't you see that? There's I'm an Evan and there's Evan Brotep.
Yeah, but did Evan Brotep or did I'm the Evan become Evan Brotep? Are they typing it?
No, they're both here at the same time.
Oh, okay. But can anybody do anything about it?
Well, I think anybody could do anything about it.
Like, I mean,
But does anybody want to do anything about it?
Well, actually, yeah, you could. You've got a wrench. A cat, I think, has a wrench too. So I'm not sure who has. I can't tell who has a wrench in Restream. Is there a way for Restream to tell you that?
No. Eagle says he thinks he has to get rid of Unicorn Evan, which I believe is Brotep. And then Brotep puts a crying face. Oh, you hurt his feelings.
So I don't know what people think of that coloring for.
Raggedy wants to know why Rick is randomly kicking people.
I ain't kicking anybody. I haven't kicked anybody. What's with all the buffering? I don't know. The cat says, "You are the chosen one, DeLorean." Just happened to check my Twitter and saw that.
Oh, Eagle says the buffering is because Rick is downloading Tokyo Drift for movie night.
I've already got Tokyo Drift for movie night. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm thinking I might watch a couple episodes of The Boys. from season 2. If anybody wants to join me and watch the last episode of season 4, I think it is, or maybe season 5 of My Hero Academia on thing. On Discord.
Is Bullet correct though? Are you planning on watching Mulan 2020 after this?
No.
Are you that much of a masochist?
No. Well, maybe. But at the moment, I'm not planning on watching that. Bullet says, Tokyo Drift harder.
You got a explosion, a car, and fire. No, that pretty much explains every Fast and Furious except for Tokyo Drift, which is like the only 100% legit racing movie.
It must be fairly cheap to do when you think about it, with them making so many of them. And they must make enough money to make it worth to keep doing.
Bullet's thinking about watching Bone Tomahawk, and I say yes, that's a very good movie.
And we're gonna, for Bad Movie Night, we're gonna watch Oscar for Eagle.
I thought Eagle said that was a good movie.
Oh, I think he says it's a good bad movie. You know, sort of like Rubber or Surf Nazis Must Die. But that said, it is 12 o'clock. So we will say...
Oh, so time for me to promote.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Go to exonimuschaos.com, where I've got dozens of free stories that you can engage in, comics and prose. I actually just put up a chapter not too long ago. Even put up some bio pages for the characters, so you can even keep digging further. And I'll have more content up all the time.
Uh-huh. So thanks for everybody coming out tonight. Thanks for everybody on the panel, Metal and Marsupial. Thanks for coming by and doing this with me. Thanks to everybody in the chat for coming by and participating. I hope you've all had a good time chatting and yucking it up with us and trolling us and all that wonderful stuff. But we will see you hopefully on the Discord tomorrow. If not, we will see you Monday. So bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it might be for you, morning even. So bye-bye.